Hi, and welcome to the west side of Lewes. Now I've come here for sunset because there's blue skies and fluffy clouds, so it promises to be quite a good sunset. And also there's a strong westerly wind, so hopefully there'll be plenty of waves breaking on the beach. Now because of that, it's going to be a struggle to do anything to camera on the beach, so don't expect to hear too much from me over the next 10 minutes or so. But I'll try and do what I can, and if I can I'll explain what I'm doing. So let's head down to the beach and see what we can find. The approach to the beach at Dalmore just doesn't prepare you for the view that you find just a few yards away. Now before I even make it down to the beach, I decide to shoot the waves from a higher viewpoint, up at the top of the beach. Now I started with a normal shutter speed, before fitting a 6-stop ND to use a longer exposure. Then I gingerly made my way down the rocks towards a small stream flowing into the sea to find a composition. Using the stream, sand and some small rocks as a foreground. Again using the 6-stop ND filter. Walking further along the beach, I found a rock surrounded by some amazing patterns in the damp sand. So I set up my tripod and found a composition to get this shot. But that was before the sea had other ideas. So with this shot ruined, I headed towards the end of the beach, towards an area with some rocks in the water, ready for the potential sunset. I found the perfect rocks and made sure that they didn't overlap in the frame and had their own space. And then waited for the sunset and the perfect waves. Well, I started off in the middle of the beach and found some nice details and used the ND filter to get some really nice long exposures. But now I've moved to the right hand end of the beach where there's a sea stack and some really nice rocks in the foreground. Now I'm not using the ND filter anymore, the 6-stop. I've just got the ND Grad and a polarizer on. I'm using a shutter speed of about 1 second to 2 seconds. Now I'm trying to get the waves as they roll back towards the sea primarily, because that gives the best lines and the best definition in the waves. Now the waves are proving a bit tricky. Some are breaking very short and aren't getting up to the rocks. And one like that there comes right up, and I've got wet feet a couple of times, so there we are. That's, if you don't get wet feet, you're not close enough, that's what I think. And I've got my waterproof boots on, so everything's fine. But here's another one. So the sun is dropping down behind some cloud now, so it's going to be quite a soft sunset, I think, rather than a blazing, colourful one. But hopefully we'll be able to get some good results, and hopefully the waves will play ball. You never know. They often don't, but if you persist, you'll often get a shot. So let's get back to it and see what we can get. While waiting for the sunset, a rain shower started to pass across the ocean. So I quickly had to change my composition away from the headland and the rocks that I was using, and more towards the open ocean. And by the time I got back to shooting the headland, the sunset was almost over. But I did get a shot, and here it is. So there we are. I've taken shelter a little bit, but I'm still being buffeted by the wind, so hopefully you can hear me. Now the cloud has rolled in, as I thought, and I don't think we're going to get a sunset tonight, so I'm probably going to call it a day there. But I think I've got some really, really good images there. some really nice long exposure ND filter stuff earlier on, and then the waves at the end here just rolling back away from these boulders was just beautiful. And I even caught the rain shower as it passed across the sea before it hit me. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me again when I'll be shooting on Skye, the Highlands, or maybe on the Isle of Lewis. So take care, and I'll see you later.